All right, so was anybody actually looking forward to LeapFrog? I mean, he's more involved in the comics than you think. If you casually read comics, I mean, he's pretty involved. Like, he's fought with the Avengers and all these other characters and shit. So I was like, hey, I mean, he can be in there because he's a silly villain. He's a silly low-level villain. So it makes sense that they threw him in there. But were any of us actually excited, though? Big episode. Lots of things happening. Lots of cool things happening. Lots of really dope things about to happen. And it seems that season 3 of Daredevil is connecting to this. I mean, Born Again is still going to be its own thing. They've gone and said that. Yeah, okay, so we're starting with LeapFrog. Big kick-ass vibes. He was actually seen leaving Luke's place earlier in the season, but I didn't know it was him. And people were talking, and I'm like, LeapFrog? I mean, you know. Eugene Pitilio. His dad is Vincent Pitilio. In the comics, he was a villain. But then what? He gets locked up, I think. And Eugene takes the suit and tries to be a hero. And then he gets involved in a bunch of stories. But it's a testament to just how much of an influence the Avengers had on this universe. So yeah, so the Pitilios are rich bastards. Nothing ever happens to them. America. I still think he's involved somehow with the bad guy shit. Like, kind of, but not really. Like, at first, he gave me the impression that he was going to be a villain. And then it's like, no, he just needs Jennifer for the appearances, the image. But he's shady because he's seen with Todd. So like, oh, guilty by association.
Now, I am gonna take you down.
Well, I hope it's not down to wherever it is you get your ugly clothes from.
Wow, dag, bro. But he's needed. He's needed in the superhero community. So he knows his worth. He figures I can be a dick. I can be a dick. It never occurred to me that Matt was also Luke's lawyer. Luke makes Matt's gear, and Matt represents him in court.
I'm here.
Awesome. He's funny, but he's not goofy. It's pretty subtle. Like, he's not a goofball like Thor, you know? Charlie Cox has his own flow. He's got his own flow, and it's cool. It's cool. He got some laughs out of me. Not hilarious, but it's there.
There is no inherent right to privacy when employing Mr. Jacobson's tailoring services.
But we're not just talking about a product here. The very nature of Mr. Jacobson's line of work, making suits exclusively for superheroes, necessitates anonymity. May I remind you that the Sokovia Accords have been repealed.
That's huge. That's pretty huge. No more Sokovia Accords? There could be a Civil War II now. It goes back to what I was saying about everybody trying to be heroes and shit. The door's open now. But how many clients does Luke have? We know he's got 3. Matt, Jen, Pitilio, Jet Fuel. What an idiot, bro. He's a total idiot, dude. Telling on himself in court. Not that anything would happen to him, but he's an idiot.
Luke.
Yes, clown.
I just wanted to apologize.
No love,
Daring to
man.
question my craftsmanship.
Is there any way that we could go back to you being my tailor?
Jennifer, Jen. No, because I hate you now.
Yeah, just so we're clear. That's symbolic. That's pretty symbolic. It goes back to maybe I have a dirty mind, but Matt sends Jen an appletini with a cherry in it. Green representing She-Hulk, and the cherry representing the That was a sexual advance.
Luke Jacobson made a couple of new suits for me, so I owed him one.
A couple of new suits, though.
It's a low blow insulting a blind man's clothes. I'm wearing pants, right?
He's funny, but he's just funny enough to get girls. They didn't do too much with him, and that's to be appreciated, because this guy is the quintessential fan favorite. There isn't a Marvel TV fan in the world who doesn't like Charlie Cox as Matt Murdok.
Well, you know the expression, one for them, one for us?
Yeah.
Well, I run my practice in Hell's Kitchen, and we mostly do pro bono work.
See, that's your connection. Because at the end of season 3, he does pro bono stuff. Like, they close the firm down. Him, Foggy, and Karen. they all close it down. And he's, well, I don't know about close it down, but he definitely does pro bono stuff now. So there's your connection. There's actually a comic where they're talking as friends, like having a deep heart to heart. The QR code for it is in this episode somewhere. I'm going to forget to look for it, but it's in this episode where you can find a QR code for an issue where they're really talking as friends. Like Jen goes to Matt for advice on stuff. So he just got a call from Luke. That's where he's going. But yeah, that Appletini, that means let's smash. That means let's smash. No pun. No pun intended at all. He's going to be the final boss of the season, dude. He's going to be the final boss. He's going to be a Red Hulk variant. Yeah, this could be some Wakanda Forever stuff right here. It might tie in a little bit. He bought a spear.
Wakanda forever.
Oh, that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't do that. But Wakanda opened its borders to the outside world. And now, if their tech, if their resources are in the wrong hands, then of course they're going to want that shit back. That's where Todd gets involved in the conflict. Regarding that, I mean, there's still the conflict with Atlantis, which is going to be the focal point of that movie. There's no way that movie's going to fail. There's no way Black Panther 2 is going to fail, dude. There's no way. Yeah, suit up time, baby. I like her suit. I mean, she's had a bunch of different suits in the comics, but the one they used had like an S on the chest, and it's kind of corny. I'm glad they didn't go with that. And of course, they couldn't use the bathing suit. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. That's cool. I like that. And the kicks too. That's dope. It's dope. This is so cool, bro.
You made a mistake when you messed with my client. 'Cause now I'm gonna whoop your ass.
My ass remains unwhooped.
Yeah, let's fix that.
And I'm glad they didn't put the 2 Ds on Matt's costume. Cause that would have been, I mean, I love the accuracy so far in this show, but the 2 Ds on the chest would have been a little too much. Very corny. Jennifer doesn't realize she's helping the bad guy.
So, are you like a superhero? Like the Gold Devil?
I'm Daredevil.
They played his music. Yo, I think they're going to bring some stuff over from the original series. They're going to bring some stuff over. Not everything, obviously, but they're going to bring some stuff over. I think it's still up in the air if old girl is going to play Karen Page, which I hope she does. Because she has an episode in the 3rd season that's very dramatic. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen. Right up there with WandaVision episode 8 or 5. And now I forget. It's like one of the saddest character episodes ever, dude. But tell me this isn't cool.
You can hear their heartbeats? Come on, that's a little far-fetched.
You can hear yours too.
Wow. Pretty slick, Matt. That fucking grin, dude. He's very smiley. He smiled more in this episode than he ever did in the original series. Oh boy. Oh boy. I gotta watch that again. I gotta do that again. Yeah, you know what it's time for. Hallway fight, baby. I bet everybody was on the edge of their seats, dude. Like, yeah, hallway fight, baby. We're doing it. We're doing it. But then all of a sudden, Jen fucks it up.
She-Hulk smash.
With a corny catchphrase. Boy, Charlie can do a fight scene, dude. I'm assuming that is Charlie and not a stunt double. Yeah, in the comic books, his dad jumps out of a window and breaks both his legs. I didn't see this shit coming. They battled in court. Then they fought each other. Then they pulled off a rescue mission together. And then they
Hey, maybe next time I'm in town, I can take you out to dinner.
Yeah, or maybe we could skip all of that and just...
out of all the things that could have happened in this episode, that was one thing that never crossed my mind. Jen is loose, man. I mean, how do you like that, trolls? The character you've been bitching about so much is banging the character you were bitching about so much. Banging them. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. They call this the Walk of Shame. Could be because Matt's Catholic, but if you're wearing headphones, you can hear him humming. So he's happy, dude. He's in a good ass mood. Like, we were ready for it to be over, and now it's like, oh, it's not over. And another Wolverine. The third Wolverine reference of the season. How? See, there's Holloway with Todd. Ooh, yeah, Holloway's got something to do with this shit, dude. There's no way Holloway doesn't know what's going on. This whole scene was weird. Not like executed weird, just it's weird. There were 6 winners of the Female Lawyer of the Year award. Why there need to be 6 of them? It's just strange. Oh boy, here comes the bullshit. See, I knew it was going to be some kind of a setup at the gala. That's all the shit that Josh copied off her phone. That sucks, bro. That's low, my guy. Very juvenile. Yeah, Intelligentsia, some assholes, dude. We got some Carrie shit going on. I love that movie, dude. I love Carrie. And the sequel, there he is. I like the roar, but she could have sold the rage face a bit better. Like maybe beads of sweat coming down her face. Because you know she's heated. And the last thing you hear is her exhale. One more. One more.